Hey there, my friends. My favorite thing about my aerial practice is getting into a flow state of mind where the movements become automatic and super easy. This can take some time, depending on how you are feeling on the day, how your week has been leading up to class, and your experience on the hammock so far. If you are new to the hammock, then this class is not for you. This class is for you if you have had experience with the hammock before and have done the poses in today's sequence already. Your hammock should be set up at hip height. I hope you enjoy today's flow. Let's get started. So today we're going to go through the sequence 3 times. For this first round, everybody watch me go through it first. I'm going to label each pose as I do it so you get familiar with what's coming up. Then the next 2 rounds, we're going to create a slower style, teaching style class, and you can do it with me there. So going to get started in a seat. So coming underneath the plumb line, bringing those glutes on inside. And again, I'm going to go fast this round because I'm just demoing what's coming up. So starting in a seat, I'm going to come into a fish pose. I'm going to come into a hip hang. And then I'm going to take a safety drop from here. And landing back in my hip hang. Revolve flourish. And then I'm going to come into a hip key, keeping the feet apart to control the swing. And then I come back, I'm going to move into a seat and directly into a camel. And then I'm going to come into a straddle. I'm going to come into an inverted goddess and then crochet 1 leg onto the hammock, extend that free leg behind for a pigeon, climb up the free side, fallen dancer, and then I'm going to pull up into a mermaid, extended mermaid, then unwrap the crocheted leg, and then land in a cradle. And then come back into a seat. which is the starting position to begin the sequence again. So, super quick. If you want to watch that again, go down below, click the timestamp to re-watch it so you get that quick version. Otherwise, let's learn it together. So, starting in a seat, come on in. We'll go nice and slow. And all of these poses can be broken down into segments so you can actually learn each pose and the alignment of it. If you do want those, that information, it's all in my course or in training that I provide outside of YouTube. So I'm just gonna do it super quick. So it's easier if you already know these poses to follow along. So starting in the seat, you're gonna come into a fish pose, so bring both hands over to the right side first. And then you're gonna lean over to the right, bend your left knee, and both hips are gonna come stack on top of each other, leaning into the hammock. Right hand releases, left hand stays gripping, extending and pushing the hips forward. You're gonna come into a hip hang, so swivel the hips towards the ground, extend both legs so you keep the chest nice and high. The hand grip's gonna be nice and low. Option 1 here is to keep the hand grip on the hammock, or you can release. I do have a safety drop video on YouTube if you want a breakdown of this one in a little bit more detail. Basically, you allow yourself to fall forward, keeping the body straight as you bring the feet nice and wide so you can control the drop. From there, we're gonna come, release the hands, or release one hand, gripping up nice and high with our right hand once again, palm face out, bend the right knee to bring it through for revolve flourish, reaching up opposite grip, left hand reaches up high, right hand releases. Hip key is next, so look back to the hammock, both hands will grip. You're gonna stack both legs on top of each other, leaning into the hammock, so that free leg comes out wide, over the top of the hammock leg. It can wrap over the top, and you can release both hands if you're pulling in the knees and the chest super strong. Look back up, reach onto the hammock. You're gonna come into a seat, so that free leg's gonna come inside, so grip one side of the hammock. I then can change my grip and control the swing, and then slowly lower down into a camel, floating the knees. Here I can release the hands if I want to. Come back onto the hammock straddle, and then release the hands once again. Inverted goddess, soles of the feet together on that face side of the hammock. Let's focus on the right side first. So right leg's gonna crochet, and the left leg's gonna come behind me. I look up, chin to chest, reach up onto that free side. I can take a pretty full-on dancer pose here. And then I unlock my toes from the hammock, pull up as I press down on that crocheted leg, bring the feet together, wrist wrap with my left arm, and turn my hips to stack until the front of the knees are lying on top of the hammock or pressing into it. Right hand can release, mermaid pose. That left leg, the stacked leg, is gonna bend and point towards the ground. I can also extend the leg towards the ground here as well. To come out, bring the sole of the left foot, that free leg, to slide up as far as it can go, pressing on the hammock. So the tension comes to the left foot. You can release that bottom leg out of the crochet, pointing the knee to the ground. Turning hips towards the sky. Bring that right leg in through the loop between the left leg and the hammock. So both legs are lying on top of the hammock. Bending the knees, sinking through the hips. The wrist wrap releases, so you can bring the hammock between the shoulder and the head. Something pretty with the hands if you want to. Left hand reaches across to the pole in front. Right hand reaches to the one at your back. So you can come into the knee hang, twisting towards the hammock, and then pull up into your seat. We're gonna keep going for the other side, so focusing on the left side of the body this time. So from your seat, bring hands over to the left, leaning to the left, bend your right knee, fish, extending into that fish to the left. Coming into a hip hang, rotate the hips to the ground. Hands are gonna reach onto both sides of the hammock. The hand grip can stay low, or you can release for your safety drop. One time. Revolve, flourish. Let's focus on the left hand to reach it up and back. Palm is facing out. Bend the left leg. Rotate the hips through the center of the hammock. Reaching up high with the right hand for your revolve, flourish. Hip key. Point those toes out nice and wide. Control the swing. Both hands grip onto that same side. Keep the legs wide, wide, wide until you lean into the hammock and that top leg can cross over the top.
You can release the hands, especially if you're not swinging around, release the hands if you would like to. If you are swinging around, keep hanging onto the hammock so you can control the separation of the hammock pieces when you come back up. Coming back up, free leg will come through. Coming into a camel, so grip both sides. Lower slowly down onto the shoulders, floating the knees, release the hands. And then coming into your inversion. Inverted straddle, inverted goddess. Left leg this time crochets onto the hammock. Right leg comes out wide and behind you. Look up, reach up. Fallen dancer. Untuck those toes. And then pulling up, legs zip together. Right hand's gonna wrist wrap. The legs will stack on top of each other, pressing towards the hammock, squeezing through the glutes, mermaid pose. And then extending that top leg that's free towards the ground, to the front side, pointing the toe towards the ground if you would like to, and then finding your sole of the foot on that crocheted leg side, so you can press into the foot and unwrap the left leg. Turning hips to the sky, bring both feet to that front side, gripping onto the hammock so you can slide it between the shoulder and the neck. Something pretty with the hands if you want. Right hand reaches across to the opposite side. Left hand reaches to the hammock behind you and pull up into your seat. Thank you so much for flowing this class out with me today. I hope you are feeling energized for the rest of your day. Now, I want to hear from you. Which was your favorite pose from today's class? Let me know down in the comments. If you enjoyed this flow, please make sure to hit the thumbs up icon, and until next time, have a beautiful day. If you enjoyed this class and are looking for another dance loop sequence, then take a look at this class over here. Or if you are wanting to relax and unwind with a meditative low hammock style practice, then you should check out this video over here. No, wait a second. We're gonna do it 3 times.